This person makes gooner bait videos. All of the sources of my information lined up except Crest Vortex's. This video is stolen by another content creator. Remember when content used to be so meaningful? I do.
It's you for Christmas. I really hope that you bring me a second oven mitt.
I don't think so.
Now it's just people making stuff up, falsifying their video to making their own personal gain. You may be wondering, why am I making this video? Well, apparently a few days ago, a YouTuber with 166,000 subscribers made a video about me as toxic and competitive just to fit their own narrative. Now, to be frank, this person is quite literally evil. They manipulate videos to their own narrative for what? Personal gain and views. Likes, comments, everything. They make themselves feel like this hero. But no. Who is this person, you may ask? It is Crest Vortex. Now, at first I didn't think much of the video. I thought like, oh okay, they made a video being fraudulent about me. But then I realized a few seconds later, have they been doing this type of content for the entire time? So I delve in their channel and I stumbled across gooner content. If you went to the shorts, then you'll see what this person is like. As you can see, 83,000 views. This toxic competitive players, wrong camera by the way, needs to tone down. See? Now, as you can see, they only posted a kill montage, but in reality, they've lost to me. Lots of times, really. Now, apparently, Crest Vortex doesn't like posting the full footage for whatever reason. But then, if you go to the other videos, you may see this video. Fake toxic Tohu fans gets annihilated. This is a video which stemmed all of my evidence regarding Crest Vortex. Now, I didn't pay attention to the video, but I paid attention to the usernames and actually got in contact with one of the people. And they provided me connections, evidence, information, practically most, if not everything that I need to know. Connections play a big part in this. All of the sources of my information lined up except Crest Vortex's. Around 8 people came forward to me, posting evidence, information, confirmation regarding about Crest Vortex's behavior, their fraudulent activities, how they manipulate people. Yes, I do mean manipulate people, but we'll get into that. And apparently, there's more to this. If you go to this video, Now, you may think that this person is underage, 15 years old, 16 years old, 14 years old. Sadly, no. Watch. If you go to their channel, go to their About More, you can see they are 20 years old. Fostering a community like this while being 20 years old with... Oh, it bumped up to 167. Okay. And it's just wrong. You're not allowed to have this type of audience when you're posting this type of videos. No. And this video right here, the strongest of the day versus the strongest of history, this video is stolen by another content creator. Now pay attention to the PNGs that pop up later. Like later and later. See, this guy loves abusing PNGs to regain their attention span. Now, what do I mean by this being stolen? If we go to my history, you can see this video by Vibes in Roblox. Same type of format, same type of video, same type of PNGs. Now this video was made on the March 3rd of 2025. If we compare that to Crest Vortex's, this video was made 10 hours ago, and it's March 8th, 2025. The 8th of March. Now, what do I mean by stealing? Surely this is some inspiration, right, Thrills MC? No. There is barely any inspiration at all. It's the same type of video but with different content creators. Now compare the channels Crest Vortex versus Vibe on Roblox. Now, they are a small channel with 2.11 thousand subscribers. And Crest comes in and steals it with their 167,000 subscribers. Now, if that isn't stealing, then I don't know what is. I mean, yeah, you can take inspiration, but let's compare the videos side by side. And that's not all, everyone. If we go to her channel, this person posts gooner bait videos. Here's an example. I don't need to explain more. That one Miku video, the music video, the animated one, that's on a list. This one here too. Donk. Donk will be important later on. Keep that in mind. Keep the name in mind. Just look at that outfit. This is an acted video, by the way. They could have chose any single one of any outfit and they chose that. embarrassing. Okay. Here's another example.
Well, time for bed. Wait. Just in case there's any monsters down there.
Just gonna shut your ass up. Well, see the what the fuck? POV my girlfriend when I don't see her for a month. As if you have any. There's a lot more examples of their Gunner bait videos. Like this. I'm not gonna click on anything anymore. I'm just gonna show it. Wow, another one. Why does it extend for so long? They just make another one. Another. Okay, I'm stopping now. I'm stopping now. Now, people, you see what content they make, and you still support them. Okay, to each your own, I guess. But you're kind of weird for that. Now, on to the more serious topics. We've concluded that Crest Vortex steals content. Crest Vortex manipulates content to their own narrative. And Crest Vortex does not have any good ideas to support their YouTube channel because they always make the same type of content. Now, to build a basis on what Crest Vortex is like, I want to show you something. Now, I'm gonna blur out their name, but Red told me that they helped them out with their videos as an actor. And I asked them a question. In your own experience with her, how do you think she makes content? Is it unfair and unjust, or is it something else? Red replied, unfair. She just makes female outfits for the goon bait. Also, the videos she's making are humbling, toxic, insert name, type. This is way too true. Most of Crest's videos are just fake videos, repetitive content, and manipulated videos to fit their own narrative or goon bait. That's all. And do you think, like my case, where she manipulates the video to her narrative to achieve more personal gain through unfair needs, has happened numerous times? They agreed. Red said in that video, we won that 3v1 with the fact that two of us had 400 ping, and she only added fragments of her winning. Ask Blue for the clips. He has ones. Thank you very much. Now, Red linked me to Blue, and Blue provided with so much critical evidence. You're gonna think that this person does not deserve their platform with this type of evidence. Now, as you can see, Blue said, do not continue, he will upload a video like killing a baby teamer. Which is quite factual, if I do say so myself. And you can see, Miku Dayo is Crest Vortex. And they said, you're still after me, like I said. Free kills, plus, take your words back. That is the most egotistical thing I've ever seen. Even I, who was painted as this toxic competitive person, have never said that before. And Crest Vortex is 20 years old. Now, keep in mind, this is after or before the video that Crest Vortex made on those fake Tohu fans. What the fuck does it mean by being a fake Tohu fan? Crest Vortex just says anything to fit her own narrative. Wanna know why? Cause she's got a big ego. It's really embarrassing. Now, let's take a pause for a moment. This man named user fake underscore name has only 2.5 thousand kills, while Crest Vortex on their alternative account has 15 and 815 kills. So they have around 15.8 thousand kills, and this poor person has only 2.5. Now that is just embarrassing. Now, this guy said, you can't stop, can you? They said, I can't now. Oh my god. Now you can see how this guy just still wants to kill this poor man. And they said you teamed on me and you overglazing it. The fact that you're just being this petty over getting jumped. I mean, I don't expect much from a person that fabricates their videos to fit their own narrative like a pathetic piece of shit they are, aka you, Crest Vortex. And you also steal content. But this is quite sad. Sad to watch. Now, Blue said he never 3v1'd us, like he said in the vid. He lost to us completely. That's why he needed ult to every clip. Now, on to the next piece of evidence Blue has sent me. Now, you can see Crest Vortex saying just some embarrassing things. So, apparently, Crest Vortex counts this as trash talk. He's quite confused because he doesn't quite understand the concept of trash talk, and maybe that's why he makes toxic videos 99% of the time. Hey, okay. Maybe that's why. Now, keep in mind, Blue recorded all of this. They recorded everything. But now, you will come to see what Crest Vortex will say, and keep in mind, it's one of the most saddest shit you'll ever see. What the fuck? Did you guys see that? What the fuck is that? Okay, so presumably user_fake_name said that Crest Vortex kept targeting him because they can't kill a person with 400 kills. They said fake so fast, dude. What the fuck is this shit? What the fuck? What? Huh? Hold on. What the? Okay, if it's fake, how come you haven't tried to kill Hanako after losing to them? And you can see Hanako had 400 kills. Now, Crest Vortex, being Crest Vortex, answered the question with another question, which, congratulations, you just defeated the point of the question. Now, I've never seen them trash talk other than being factual. Maybe, just maybe, you have a skill issue. Just maybe, Crest Vortex. Maybe you have a skill issue. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Did you guys just see that? Like I said, take it back. You won't, bozo. God, bro. Okay, how come this guy is more corny than me? I don't know. Seems like this is a continuation of the video. Wait, hold on. No way she's actually saying what she did. No way. Huh? Another. Oh my god. Okay, hold on. You humans are the. Who the fuck does this guy think he is? I'm sorry, Crest Vortex, I didn't know you were another species of human. Okay, but like, look. You guys saw how fast this guy talked about it being fake. When this is the footage, the evidence showing how it isn't fake. And this guy just said, you humans are the same. Oh my god. You know, I want my seat in heaven. Even when they explained the actual reason why they were toxic, which was targeting someone with 2,000 kills. See, right here, 2.5 thousand kills. If that isn't sad, then I don't know what is. Oh my god, they're actually crashing out. Hold on. Look. So I can't be that mad? All capital letters to signify that I am mad? Yo, if you're complaining about a guy targeting you, just leave the game. You can leave games for a reason. And you guys even mentioning about my ego. Y'all crazy. Because it's true. If they talk about your ego, then it's quite true. I mean, from this video alone, there's a lot of shit that can be taken out. And there's actual proof. There's more evidence. And there's probably even a stack load of shit that I have not even known of yet. Now, you're still questioning about them mentioning about your ego? I don't know about that, Crest Vortex, but I think they have a point. Are you guys even... Oh, fuck. Please don't embarrass yourself even more. Please don't. What the f... You already What? No, they actually explained themselves this time, and this guy just said, "Wow, so fake." So fast. Wow. This is ego. You just proved about them mentioning about your ego. They're correct. They're right. They're right. I'm sorry, but buddy, there is no reason. There's no reason. There's no reason. There's none. Please stop. You're digging yourself a grave here. Now, onto the more serious things. I've got in contact with one of the server members and they provided me with evidence. Now, apparently, this server member called Legend was there for the same reason I was, to investigate. And what they provided me, a week's worth of evidence, and it was a lot. Here's a warning, most of the shit you're gonna see is crazy. Crazy shit. Now, do you guys remember Donk? Donk is apparently someone I made a video a while back, and he is Henford. You know, it goes a full circle. A gooner content creator meets one another. A whole bunch of creeps, I know, but the only difference being between them is that Crest Vortex is 20 years old, but Donk, they are 16 years old. Now, why are you telling us this, Thrills MC? Well, that's because Crest Vortex has extremely questionable behavior towards Donk. This degenerate kept calling Donk a toy, spanning over 3 months. Let me reiterate. Crest Vortex, who is 20 years old, kept calling Donk, who was 16, a toy for over 3 whole damn months. Now, once I first saw this, I thought, oh hey, this is probably just a joke. But no. It kept going on and on. Crest Vortex kept calling a minor a toy for over 3 damn months. And the more concerning part is that they were supposedly in a relationship back then. As you can see with these screenshots, this dude really said, "Why did I even love you?" That is fucking insane to say to a 16-year-old when you are 20. Here's the other screenshot. You can tell these two were genuine partners. What the actual fuck? Even if it's a quote-unquote joke, You cannot say or even insinuate that you are or were in a relationship with a minor when you are 20 years old. Now, you may be thinking, oh please, this must be a running gag as friends. But the joke ends here. Smashable toy. You must be out of your goddamn mind to think this still passes a joke. Saying that to a minor should get you locked up in prison. Crest Vortex's shenanigans don't end here, folks. Crest Vortex has sent softcore pornography. Obviously, I censored it, but this is borderline pedophilia. Why are you setting this to a Discord server filled with your fan base, and that fan base are mostly comprised of minors? You know, since lolly is normally defined as a young-looking female, but in all honesty, that's just sugarcoating it as a female looking like a child. If you take a visual example of what a lolly is and compare it to the image where Crest Vortex sent, this dude needs to be locked behind bars. And if you think that isn't reasonable and that is just a quote-unquote joke, this dude even doubled down with it and said, and I quote, this is his exact words, "The blue archive softcore cape is enough." And it's also ironic that one of the 8 people that came forward actually sent me a screenshot that Crest Vortex basically called them a predator. They called them a Diddy. You know, how ironic considering that you, Crest Vortex, are displaying the type of behavior that Diddy would do to minors. Hypocrite much? Now, it doesn't end here, folks. It just keeps on piling up. There's more of their strange behavior in other servers. Now, Crest Vortex used to be a part of a community called Tohu Showdown, which is another Battlegrounds game, and they actually contributed a lot to the community by popularizing the game. Until, well, they didn't. Crest Vortex became a child and demanded Tester over and over and over again. So much so to the point where they actually leave numerous times. You know, it's sad seeing a 20-year-old person acting like a total child because they couldn't get the things they wanted on Roblox. Yes, that actually happened. I asked Blue, and they're actually the most active person in Tohu Showdown, for some information. And apparently Crest Vortex was making sex jokes. Hell, even the screenshot of Crest Vortex is literally talking about anime girls with jiggle physics. Let me reiterate this. 20-year-old person talking about anime girls with jiggle physics in a Discord server primarily comprised of minors. It's just a bad and uncomfortable joke all in all. And the person that Crest Vortex was talking to? Yeah, they're around 16 to 17 years old, of course. And unfortunately, once again, Crest Vortex sent porn. As said by Blue, rightfully so, the server members hated Crest Vortex for it and never really apologized for it. I've tried to see if they did, but it's very evident that they didn't apologize for sending, you know, softcore to a community filled with minors. Crest Vortex was an obvious sore thumb for their community. Hopefully, any other Battlegrounds developers that saw this section of video could take some notes and obviously not let Crest Vortex in their community. They called the server member a predator, made jokes, and sent to a community filled with minors. Yikes. Now, let's talk about a major figure in Crest Vortex's community. A person named Kate. Kate is Crest Vortex's most hated person by far, and what he will say is going to be a stepping stone on destroying what Crest Vortex has built up for his career. Now, you may be wondering the history between them. Kate is someone that Crest Vortex despises so much, they made a multitude of videos, a lot of comments, and even leaked his personal name too. Why? It's because they have a long running drama, and it all stemmed from one simple thing: a girl. Yes, Crest Vortex's hate stemmed all for one girl, and it's their ex. One of the craziest parts to this drama is that they extended the drama ever since of June 2024. That is literally 2 months from now. Kate actually led me to a video on his part of a Crest Vortex expose video. Now, to summarize it, allegedly, a person named Stygian Gloom is Crest Vortex's alternative account to support their pathetic way on dragging on and insulting their ex. Yes, you heard it here. Allegedly, and with screenshots, Crest Vortex has been dragging out his ex for a long time. And apparently, Crest Vortex is a guy. The full video is right here if you want to know and if you want to watch the entire thing. And, given his actions throughout this video, it is very likely that it's true. Now, after this, he recommended me on going to Crest Vortex's past partner for more information, and to which I did. And the things she is going to show me will rock Crest Vortex's entire world if the previous parts weren't convincing enough. Crest Vortex's ex, who was known as Thrasher at the time, gave me critical and convincing stories. Crest Vortex's accusations, lies, manipulation are all here. Now, don't worry, I asked for proof and confirmation that this person is actually Crest Vortex's ex before, and they provided me evidence that they were from this video alone. Now, for Thrasher's side of the story, she met Crest Vortex in 2020, became a couple in 2022, and broke up in 2023. Allegedly, Crest Vortex used to manipulate her and through her friends, lying about her personality, and for what reason? He only says he doesn't know and what's wrong with her. Now, Thrasher sent me some screenshots regarding about their past drama and arguments. And a particular argument that they have is about Thrasher getting upset at Crest Vortex's cousin, which Crest Vortex lied about it being their sister. And in typical Crest Vortex fashion, they lie and manipulate the story to their own narrative, and leaving parts out of it. Basically lying about Crest Vortex's cousin being their quote-unquote sister, so people would hate on her more. Ugh. She also said that Crest Vortex is also a man. She also speculates that Stygian is also Crest Vortex's alternative account. Now you can see him lying about Thrasher being Stygian's girlfriend, even though we literally got the video confirming that Thrasher is Crest Vortex's ex. Thrasher recommended me to go to someone called Gray, and Gray is apparently Crest Vortex's in real life former friend, so he's gonna have a lot of critical information. Unfortunately, Gray is busy pursuing college as of now. Nevertheless, he did give his testimonies. He has fortunately enough answered questions of mine and confirmed himself that he is Crest Vortex's best friend from 10th grade all the way up to 12th. Gray also confirmed that he was always this creepy and egotistical, and claimed that Crest Vortex was always obsessed with someone. Gray only cut ties with him after he learned Crest Vortex was indeed manipulating their fans to attack their own ex. Unfortunately, he does not have the time to be showing screenshots due to his priority of college. However, Gray did recommend me someone who will topple the entire scale. Someone who knew Crest Vortex since kindergarten. Crest Vortex's second former friend. The final person to talk about in section 4, Crest Vortex's second former friend and childhood friend. Let's call them Yellow. Before you start making assumptions, I asked for proof that if they were indeed Crest Vortex's childhood friend, and they provided me his actual name. Yellow did not want to send any screenshots of their conversations with Crest Vortex due to the fact that they do not want to get involved in an unnecessary fight between Kate and Crest Vortex. Yellow had a long background history between them and Crest Vortex. They confirmed that Crest Vortex is indeed a man. Twice. Genuinely, you can see multiple sources of information that said Crest Vortex is a full-on grown-ass man posing as a chick. That shit is crazy. Crest Vortex wasn't always this weird, egotistical, manipulative. He was like any other kid back in the day. But something happened. Something changed his behavior and developed into his personality we know today. You can speculate it all stemmed from the toxic relationship that him and Thrasher had back in 2022. Oh, and you know how I said they provided me Crest Vortex's full name? I searched it up on Facebook and I found an expose document back in 2023 mentioning about Crest Vortex's real name and his ex-girlfriend named Thrasher. And this will give us a better understanding of how he was like in the past and now. You can read the entire post here, but to summarize it, Crest Vortex was indeed a partner of Thrasher and not Stygian. And with this, Crest Vortex attempted to lie and manipulate other people like Yellow and Gray, and even his own fans to ruin her identity. While Thrasher was the only one trying to move on from the situation, rather than causing more harm. Crest Vortex also wanted to spread misinformation to his fans in 2023 to further extend his damage. You can see it is actually Crest Vortex, since this person has a similar interest like Tohu and cross-dressing, while also being affiliated with a person named Thrasher. Keep in mind, this was 2023. It is absolutely crazy how this all started from 2023 up to the present. It was also said that in this document, Thrasher did not manipulate Crest Vortex in any way, and that Thrasher just basically spoiled this guy with Robux, creating art for him. However, the relationship was nevertheless toxic. Crest Vortex was also upset at her social anxiety, which is just a dick move by him. Now, this story here isn't all perfect. Thrasher did make some bad decisions by insulting his friends, family, and even his deceased old friend because of stress. Remember about that one. Also, I tried contacting Crest Vortex himself through one of the staff in Crest Vortex's server, and unfortunately they told me that he will be offline for like at least 1 month to focus for midterms. So we may not get the side of his story. I mean, even if we do get the side of his story, he will just make like no response video whatsoever. He will not take any accountability whatsoever. This guy has been running from his problems that he himself created. And with this all said, we have heard from 9 whole people that Crest Vortex is manipulative and an egotistical freak. Kate, Red, Blue, Gray, Purple, Thrasher, Yellow, the document poster, and Legend. They all said that Crest Vortex is manipulative. This is more than enough testimonies to really sink in. And another thing is that Crest Vortex has never changed since then. He's still manipulative, egotistical, and downright weird. You know, calling a minor a toy. Yeah. Well, with all that being said, this concludes section 4. Wow, that was a lot to unpack. I really have nothing else to say other than share this video so we can get this Crest Vortex guy to take accountability for his heinous actions as a content creator. I actually started editing this video since March 8th and I'm pretty sure it's April 11th now. Over 1 month of hard work, huh? I can say for a certain fact that Crest Vortex does not deserve his platform. He has never taken any sort of accountability and just passes off as rage bait. Matter of fact, Crest Vortex. If you're watching this, I have something to say to you. You are a pathetic, egotistical freakazoid that runs whenever you make a mistake. You rely on others' opinions to uplift yourself. You are so pathetic to the point where you can't even let go of your ego. In any way, your ego is so fragile to the point where it shatters so fast after someone directly has an opposing opinion towards you. You are a pathetic troglodyte who has never deserved his platform in the slightest bit. You manipulate your fans, your videos, and you manipulate others just so you can look like you are in the right. Crest Vortex, your content isn't even that good too. Even watching paint dry is more interesting than your repetitive content. Each one of your videos feels like I am getting a lobotomy. Whenever I witness your shorts, I immediately guess it has some sort of goon bait. And guess what? At an impressive approximation of 99.99%, I guessed right. Your content only comprises of brain rot garbage you can find in TikTok all the time. The fact that you are 20 years of age and still make garbage more shit than Lankybox is baffling. Your videos are an obvious dumpster fire that are nothing more to either fill your fragile ego with your bred-dead fans that you yourself manipulated because your feelings got hurt on Roblox. Not to mention, some of your videos are literally stolen and made to a cheap copy because you got no creativity. Hey guys, here's a challenge. How about you go to Crest Vortex's short videos and try to find a video that isn't repetitive and a shit video. Oh wait, you can't. This dude has never made an original video before. He doesn't even know what original is. You are a sad person with no good content that has unfortunately received fame within the Roblox Battlegrounds community. You plague the community with your garbage content alongside with your circle jerk of friends that act alongside with your videos. Your acting is that comparable of Pornhub actresses trying to conceive the most bland acting ever. I mean, look at this. No one acts like that. Your community is comprised of literal lobotomized 11-year-olds that believe anything you do is real. Because why? You manipulate them. The video you made of me is a way to save your pathetic and fragile ego because you kept losing in a Roblox game. You are a man-child who is 20 years old that cries over anything that doesn't go your way. You are one of the most laughable people I have met and seen in my entire life, Crest Vortex. You have never, ever been a good person ever since you developed that large ego. That large, fragile ego. Man up, Crest Vortex. Stop being such a pathetic scumbag and start acting your age. Oh, and stop posing as a girl, you weirdo.
Still